On day 1, I emerged from the ocean as baby Godzilla with 20 hearts. I had an atomic beam attack and also the urge to destroy the world. Humanity is already destroying themselves and they are going to pay. The military came in to investigate the explosion site, led by a human general. Who the heck are these fools? They started firing at me and the bullets didn't do any damage, but annoyed me to the point where even though I fought back, it was too much. I had to get away. You'll pay for this! I ran away to escape and then came across a forest with a village in it. I was still enraged by the bullets, so I started destroying the village and killing everyone. One guy came out of a house and stared up at me. I stared back menacingly and they ran away.
Not another one.
Ha! Wait, another one? What's that supposed to mean? I left the village in search of my new target. Next, I came across an even bigger village. You're mine! But just as I was about to terrorize the heck out of it, a huge 3-headed dragon swooped down out of nowhere and started destroying the village even more. Whoa! Your powers are awesome! Even though I was nice, it came over to try and threaten me.
You better leave this planet now if you know what's good for you. This land is mine for the taking.
No way! This is the only place I know!
I am King Ghidorah, and I will destroy you before I let you take this land from me.
King Ghidorah attacked me, and he hit me so hard that I almost died! Whoa! He's way too strong for me! I had no choice but to run away and plot my revenge! You haven't seen the last of me, Ghidorah! On day 2, I got straight to work, preparing to take down Ghidorah. First, I would need a base of operations, where I could plan and store more materials. First, I started punching down trees to make myself a wooden pickaxe, which was much easier than usual due to my size. Next, I found a big cave and went mining for stone to create a set of stone tools. Then I found a large island in the ocean and claimed it as my own. I placed some of my wood down to make the start of a wall that would surround the island. Eventually, nightfall came, and my island was covered in zombies. Hey, get off my island! I used my atomic blast, setting them on fire and killing them all. I love being king of the monsters. On day 3, I decided to take a break from the action and catch up with this awesome game I've been playing. It's called Honkai Impact 3rd. The second half of the summer event is coming out right now, and that means new characters and a major update for the main chapter. Honkai Impact 3rd tells the story of the fight between the Valkyries and an energy called Honkai that erodes the world. Pretty high stakes if you ask me. Elysia has a new battle suit which looks divine. In her ultimate attack, she transforms into a mermaid, causing ice damage to her opponents. Following Survival Rhapsody Side A, we have Side 13. That sounds pretty unlucky. Captains will get a chance to have Shadow Knight's new summer outfit, Seagull Soar. There will also be 2 new summer outfits in version 6.0, Starry Impression Greasio and Vilvi's flamboyant pirate summer swimsuit. Swap your crystals to get your hands on them and unleash their super cool ultimates. Download Honkai Impact 3rd with the link down below today and use the gift code on screen to get 30 crystals, 2,888 astrites, and a Hairshare trial card for free. Thanks Honkai Impact 3rd for sponsoring this video. On day 4, I started getting hungry, so I decided to leave the island. Let's go look for something tasty to eat. After I left the island, I traveled until I found a nearby forest. Hopefully there's some good meat around here. I was so big that I was having trouble getting around. I couldn't walk around the trees. There was no pathways that I could fit through. But luckily, I found exactly what I needed. Here we go. This'll do. I found some pigs, so I immediately killed them and ate their delicious meat. As soon as I finished eating the meat, I grew into a medium-sized Godzilla with 40 hearts. Whoa, haha, I'm so big now. Wait, it's going to be even harder to get out of here. But I couldn't complain because now I even gained a new ability, the smash attack. This is epic! Whoa! A jump boost too! Just in time. Some Todora showed up, so I got ready to test out my new skills. I then used my atomic blast to obliterate them, and my smash attack to finish them off, and then headed back home. Back to business. How am I going to take down King Ghidorah? On the way home, I thought of several strategies until I grew very tired and decided to rest for the night. On days 5 and 6, I woke up and felt an itch. I need to cause some destruction. I set off to look for a nearby village to destroy. While I was searching, I saw a Nagara being attacked by some huge Angarus. The Nagara was clearly losing, so I decided to help them. Hey, leave them alone! I used my radiation beam to catch the Angarus on fire, and then I used my smash attack to finish them off. Not bad. No problem. I love looking out for the little guy. Unless they're villagers, of course. Hey, what's your name? I'll call you Ark. If you need a safe place to stay, you can live in my island base. Before heading home, we still needed to find a village to cause chaos on. When we did find the village, we destroyed it together as best friends. Nice work, buddy. After we finished wreaking havoc, I took Ark back to my base. For days 7 and 8, I woke up and decided I needed to be better prepared if I wanted to survive out here. I need to make some nice tools. Let's go mining. Once I found a cave, I started mining for some coal and iron. And once I gathered enough, I decided to head back to the base. But suddenly, some hellbirds showed up and started fighting against me. Yeah, take that, you bird freaks. The hellbirds were feisty and very fast, but overall, it was an easy fight. And once I slayed them down, I began smelting the iron into ingots to make myself an axe, a pickaxe, and even a sword. All right, now we're ready. By using some of my materials, I began building a hut for Ark. It was just the right size for him. And once I finished it, Ark walked right inside. What do you think, Ark? I then let Ark get settled in, and I ate some more of my leftover meat. And while I was eating, the Ghidorah showed up.
Well. What do we have here? A pathetic little monster.
Ghidorah began laughing and mocking me for my little island, saying all sorts of rude things.
Why don't you destroy more cities like a real monster?
Quit your nonsense, Ghidorah. I am only getting more and more powerful, and soon you are going to regret everything you've said to me. As much as I wanted to remain calm and listen to Ark, I couldn't help myself. So I began blasting my atomic beam at Ghidorah to hurt him as much as possible. I'm gonna take you down, Ghidorah!
You're still not strong enough to take me on, you lame monster. We shall meet again. Your death awaits.
He flew away, and Ark told me to forget about him, but I couldn't wait to kill this beast. I agreed with Ark and decided it was time to rest for the night after that confrontation. On days 9 and 10, I decided to go and explore a city. Time to do some sightseeing. But on the way there, I ran into a Zilla. They immediately started attacking me and were so agile and fast. Whoa, slow down, Tuna Head. They were a tough opponent, but eventually I bested them. There can only be one. Finally, I arrived at the city. I love the big city. I started smashing and burning everything around me. Through the commotion of my destruction, I managed to hear a scientist calling out to me.
Hey, Godzilla, down here.
Huh?
We created mecha creepers in our lab, and we need to test them out on you. Follow me.
Oh, okay. I'll accept the challenge. I followed him to their lab.
Here they are. They are specially designed to destroy you, and only you can defeat them.
I fought against the mecha creepers, and honestly destroyed them pretty easily. Turns out, I was even explosion-proof. I guess you'll have to do better than that.
Dang, that was rough. Well, thanks for helping me design stuff to destroy you. Here's your reward.
Aw, sweet! Iron blocks!
Here's a recipe, too. It'll let you make a special pickaxe that can mine more than one block at a time.
Whoa, thanks! Why are you helping me?
Honestly, I believe you are a scientific marvel, and the army needs to leave you alone so that you can be studied. Sadly, I have been hired to find a way to destroy you, and I don't really have a choice since you keep demolishing cities.
Ha! There is no destroying me.
Okay, I guess we'll see.
I then then went back to return to my base and made my first technically advanced pickaxe, the Chunk Destroyer. This should make mining much easier with my big body. After that, I decided to rest for the night. On day 11, I had the strangest dream with this giant Godzilla robot. Who are you? And what do you want from me?
I am Mechagodzilla, and I was created by humans to destroy you.
The humans can try, but they will not succeed.
If you continue destroying their homes, I will be created. Heed my warning, Bronzo. You must obey, or you will see me in the near future.
The Mechagodzilla told me not to underestimate the humans, as they were smarter than they looked. I don't think so. I'm going to grow into a bigger and stronger version of myself and destroy the entire planet, and you're going down with it.
I'd like to see you try. Besides, the global government will most likely take you down before I do. Good luck, tiny lizard.
I started getting so mad and then woke up from my dream with only one mission in mind. I'm going to destroy the world and anything in my path. On days 12 through 15, I went out exploring. After a rough night, I'm going to prove myself. Everyone will see my true power. I headed out to go do some mining and tried out my new Chunk Destroyer. I had found tons of stone, coal, and iron. This thing is amazing. Once I finished mining, I left the mountain and came across little old Steve, who was fishing in an open plot of land. Ah, you again. Last time I let you live, but now you're dead. I immediately went in for the kill, and out of nowhere, King Kong came out to protect him. What the heck? Who are you?
I am King Kong, defender of the people, but more importantly, Steve. Leave now or die.
King Kong? More like Donkey Kong, am I right?
I'd like to see you try and defeat me, you lizard.
Bring it on! We then began to battle, and King Kong was actually pretty fast for his size and hit me pretty hard. Take this, you monkey! I tried blasting him with my radiation, but he dodged it easily, so I had to come up with a better fighting strategy. The battle went on for so long, but ultimately, it was a draw, and we were both so wounded that we decided to go our separate ways.
I'll be back to kill you.
You're a tough opponent, but I'll win one day. You'll see. After that long, hard battle, I was so exhausted and decided to go home. On days 16 through 20, I used the materials I had for mining to make a full iron armor set. After I finished crafting, I decided to work on expanding the stone wall around my island. No Kongs are welcome on this island. I made sure there was a big enough hole for me to fit through on one part of the wall to serve as my entrance and exit. I realized I should seek out someone who could help me use my size as strength to its full potential. I need a teacher. I went out searching for a teacher to help me master my abilities, and I ended up wandering through a new village. I came across a great red dragon who was destroying the village with ease and grace like I had never seen. I nervously approached him. "Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you could train me to be as good as you at smashing stuff." He stared at me for a few moments in silence, then spoke.
If you are unworthy, then why shouldn't I just kill you right now?
I'm training to defeat my arch nemesis, Ghidorah. So if you kill me, Ghidorah would end up killing everyone in the world, including you. And then you wouldn't have any legacy to leave behind.
That's good enough for me. Your training will begin tomorrow. Get lots of rest and meet me back here in the morning.
I headed home for the night and mentally prepared for my training. I woke up in the morning at the beginning of days 21 through 23, and the beginning of my first day of training. I met back up with the Red Dragon, and we began immediately.
Your first test is going to be speed.
I ran up and down a mountain, and he was not very happy with my time.
Not good enough.
But each time I did it, my time got a little bit better. I was getting faster.
Good. Next trial.
Next, he had me test my atomic breath, and I burned down an entire forest.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Then, he told me I needed to upgrade my Chunk Destroyer. I went out and mined a lot of iron, enough to make 8 Chunk Destroyers. Next, I mined some gold and crafted a gold block. Finally, I combined them all to make the second stage of a Chunk Destroyer.
Good. Now you can mine 5x5 blocks.
For my final test, he wanted me to fight him. I don't know if I'm ready.
If you're going to take down Ghidorah or the Mecha Godzilla, you're gonna have to beat me first.
You're right. And with that, the Great Dragon and I were locked in battle. It was a hard fight, but using my speed training and my atomic breath, I was able to best him.
Well done, Bronzo. This concludes your training. Here, take this. You have earned it, and I have no use for it anyway.
He gave me a bunch of diamonds, enough to create a set of diamond tools. I thanked him for his help and left to return to my island. On the way, I stopped to craft a diamond axe and a diamond sword with the diamonds that the Red Dragon gave me. It just feels right to have all this diamond stuff. On days 24 through 28, I headed out to go looking for some food, since I was hungry from all the training I had to do. I'm starving. It's time for a feast. As I was looking around for food, I ran into some Godzillas, who were hanging out in a field. I began fighting against the Godzillas with my powers, and burned them in the flames. And after a while, I finally got all of them. I wonder if we were related. They would look like a baby version of me. As weird as that was, I was starving, so I didn't question it and began eating their meat. After a nice feast, I headed out to go mining. And now that I had my awesome Chunk Destroyer version 2, I was so good at strip mining with it. I mined plenty of diamonds, enough to make a full armor set, which was a great upgrade from my last one. Nice! I wonder what else today has in store for me. I continued exploring and stumbled upon a military base where I saw the scientist from earlier testing out a bomb. Whoa, that's crazy. I need to get a closer look. The general saw me as I was creeping up and started telling the scientist to shoot at me.
Get the monster before he gets away. Hurry.
Fine.
The scientist reluctantly agreed and launched the bomb at me, which didn't even cause any damage. In fact, after the bomb had hit me, I gained 10 more hearts. So it seemed like I was now immune to explosions, and nuclear power actually helped me. Would you look at that? You're only feeding my powers, you fools! I then began shooting a beam at them and missed, so I left that as a warning shot and then headed out. Till next time, suckers! On days 29 through 33, I ran into King Kong, and this time I was ready to win this fight. Hello again, big old monkey.
You're underestimating me, Bronzo. Let me show you how it's done.
We began fighting, and King Kong hit me extremely hard every time. And during the fight, I noticed that I was healing after every blow. I'm only getting stronger. You're fueling my powers, King Kong, giving me regeneration. I was now even more motivated to defeat King Kong, but he was too fast. I used my physical strength to hit him, and it seemed like it was working, so I continued fighting until finally I defeated him, and he dropped a blast hammer. Oh, nice! I'm taking this with me. I then saw Steve show up, and he was crying about his loss.
No! You killed my monkey! How dare you!
Keep crying, loser. You're next. Steve ran away in tears, and as he left, the Ghidorah showed up and congratulated me for the win.
Good job, Bronzo. You're getting better at this, but you will not be as lucky when you battle against me.
You just wait, Ghidorah. I'll take you down in no time. He flew away laughing. And although I felt confident about my win, I had to go home so I could discuss my next plan of attack with Ark. On days 34 through 37, I met up with Ark to discuss my plans. I need to go back to the city to find out their next plan of attack against me. Watch over the base while I'm gone. There could be spies. I headed out to the city, and when I arrived, I was immediately being shot at. What have I done to deserve this? The scientist arrived on the scene and started arguing on my behalf.
Stop. As you all know, there are other big monsters attacking humanity, and I believe we can use his powers to help defeat them. We shouldn't be killing him. We should be making a deal with him.
All right, big guy. How about it? You help us take out the other monsters, and we'll consider sparing your life.
Well, I do still want to fight against the other monsters, so I can do that.
All right. Let's see what you've got.
But I still don't care about humanity. So basically, I'm just gonna keep doing what I was doing before. I set a bunch of buildings on fire. And then left. I set out to go find my next big opponent. On days 38 through 40, I decided to upgrade my chunk destroyer after I gave it a lot of use. Time to go mining. I went looking for iron and gold, and when I gathered enough, I made a bunch of phase 2 chunk destroyers with it. Nice! Now I need to find a swamp. I headed out to go looking for a swamp, and once I found one, I started battling against slime and gathered enough slime balls to make a block with it. I combined the slime block with 8 chunk destroyers to create phase 3. Now I can break blocks in an 8x8 square. I kept exploring until I came across the Kumonga. Whoa, that's a big spider. It started summoning a bunch of smaller spiders to come after me. Ew, creepy. I hate spiders. I killed all the little spiders with my stomp attack and finally defeated the Kumonga. After the battle was over, Mothra emerged from her hiding spot. Oh, hello.
Thank you for doing that. He's been terrorizing me for a long time now.
No problem. You're welcome to stay on my island for a while. I can always protect you.
Wow, that would be lovely. Thank you.
If you head back the way I came, you will come to an island where you will see my little friend, Ark. He will help you get settled in. I gotta handle some more business before I head home.
Okay, good luck. I hope to see you soon.
On days 41 through 43, I was still traveling until I stumbled upon a cute little village. Aw, it's almost too nice to destroy. Almost. As I got closer, I realized the villagers were cheering instead of screaming like they usually do.
Yay! Hooray! Our time has come!
What the heck is going on here?
We have been waiting for this moment for so long!
What moment?
We are ready for you to take our humble village. We sacrifice ourselves in the name of the mighty Godzilla.
All right, sure, why not? I happily destroyed the entire village, and after everything was gone, I realized I uncovered a chest. What's in here? I opened it and found a map to Ghidorah's base. I took it and continued on my journey. From days 44 through 49, I returned home and said my hellos to Mothra and Ark. Mothra even had a gift for me.
I'm so glad you're here. I made you some rabbit stew.
You're far too kind, Mothra. Thanks. Well, you may not be as big as me, but you definitely are as strong. Of course you are. Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't you come on a destruction trip with me? So I took Ark out on a trip, and together we destroyed some villages. We even ran into a couple of monsters, and together we beat them easily. Suddenly, Ark grew into a bigger version of himself. No problem, buddy. Let's get back home and rest before more trouble comes. On days 50 through 53, I woke up feeling rested and ready to follow the map to find Ghidorah. I said goodbye to Ark and Mothra and headed off. Following the map took me across a desert island where I found a bunch of mystery bones that looked kind of like turtles. What are these bony creatures? They looked like they were moving around, so I gave them a little hit and they immediately started attacking me. Whoa, watch it, dry bones! I fought the Skeleturtles. They were surprisingly fast for turtles and didn't seem to have any weak spots. But eventually, I was able to defeat them. All but one. Wait, are you still alive?
Wait, don't hurt me. I can help you.
I'm looking for Ghidorah, the great three-headed dragon beast.
I've never seen a three-headed dragon.
Useless!
Uh-oh.
I killed the last Skeleturtle and continued searching for Ghidorah's base. From days 54 to 58, I continued searching the map until I finally arrived at Ghidorah's base. But I noticed something was not quite right around here. This seems suspicious. I heard Mothra pleading for help and noticed that she was being contained by Ghidorah. I'm coming to save you, Mothra! I wouldn't dare doing anything to harm her, so I began screaming at the top of my lungs, hoping Ghidorah would leave her alone and come to fight me instead. Ghidorah then killed Mothra right in front of me. How could you? You're gonna pay for this!
Come at me, you stupid lizard!
We began fighting, and I used my laser to target Ghidorah as they shot fire at me. During the battle, I began to notice that they actually weren't that bad of an opponent after all. You're an easy target, Ghidorah. Take this, you fool! I started feeling much more powerful than them as the fight went on. Ghidorah even shot some fireballs at me, but I was fireproof. Keep trying, Ghidorah. I'm only getting stronger with every hit you take. After another couple of hits, I finally killed Ghidorah, slaying him to the ground. After the fight, I felt so sad knowing that Mothra was now dead, so I grieved for a while, but then had to continue on with my plan. So I started searching around the area. Ooh, what's in this chest? I opened up the chest and found a chunk destroyer, so I took it with me. Nice, what an upgrade. And left his base, making sure I destroyed everything I could along the way. On days 59 through 62, I started the journey back home and was making good time until I hit a snag. Wait, what's that over there? Coming over the horizon was a group of Gorosauruses. They were big, but I knew they wouldn't stand a chance against me. I see you guys have gotten smarter, so you're going to try and use numbers to your advantage, but I've got an advantage on my own. I used my atomic beam to protect me and fight against the Gorosauruses. Die, you fools! Although there were several of them, it was easy to take them down, thanks to my incredible strength. And after a while, I destroyed them. Oh yeah, I'm getting better at this every time. I continued searching until I found a witch who was laughing maniacally. Can you stop doing that? You look crazy.
Stop what? I'm celebrating.
If you don't quit laughing like that, I'm gonna kill you.
Go ahead. My creations are already set free in the world.
The witch had released several weird creatures, which meant only one thing. I had to kill her and end her mischievousness once and for all. Creations? You're crazy, you old witch. Prepare to die.
Take me away, you ugly dinosaur!
I then shot her with my laser as she tried running away until eventually she was destroyed in the flames. What an odd old lady. On days 63 through 66, I continued searching through the lands and saw a bunch of different red creatures lurking around the area. This must be what that crazy witch was talking about. As I was observing the creatures, some hellhounds approached me and started to attack me with their large fangs. Come here, you monsters! Burn in the fire! I used my laser to shoot at the hellhounds and fought until I finally annihilated them and continued searching. This place sure is infested. Up ahead, I could see an even bigger opponent. It was Red, a giant red scorpion-looking creature. Oh man, this one's going to be wild. The creature was huge, so I used my stomp attack to kick them down. Over here, you crazy scorpion. As the fight continued, I used my atomic beam to battle against the giant red monster, as well as my explosion blast. The scorpion spawned more hellhounds and started creeping up on me and shot a bunch of red particles in the air. Take some fire! It was a tough fight against the giant, but after enough attacks against it, I finally crushed it. Yeah! I grew into a full-size Godzilla with 100 hearts. Nothing could stop me now. From days 67 to 70, I searched the lands and eventually I found a military base. It's time for this place to burn down. I began to wreak havoc on the base, but the dumb general came out and said something I never expected to hear.
Unleash the defense!
Out of nowhere, a Mecha Godzilla burst out into the scene. What the heck? You were in my dream, but you looked different.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I really don't care. You're gonna get terminated.
I'm the original, so bring it on, faker.
The original isn't always better. Let's end this.
The mech charged me with full strength. It also fired a stream of super hot fire at me. You think that hurts? I'm practically fireproof.
Less talking, more fighting.
Let's go, Mechagodzilla!
I was tired of fighting, and it was time to end this. I'm ending you now. Take this. Too easy. Wait, what's this? The robotic beast dropped an armor set. Mecha Godzilla armor. I'll take this and become unstoppable now.
You got lucky this time, Lizard. We'll be back, and we'll be stronger.
Whatever, you sad old man. I then left the battlefield, happy with my results. On days 71 through 74, I traveled until I came across another small city, so I started killing all of its inhabitants. Let's fire it up! I couldn't help but destroy everything inside, and as I was doing so, I started wondering about the strange dream I had. I remembered that the Black Mechagodzilla warned me about the government's decision on creating him if things got worse. Well, I've already caused too much destruction. Might as well continue, and take him down as well when the time comes. I continued blasting with my flames everywhere, taking down buildings and killing several villagers who were running around frantically until I finally decided it was time to leave the city. Good work. All right, let's keep moving. I then saw a giant Komodothrax who started charging at me, and now that I was even more powerful, I knew it would only take a few hits to put them down. Burn, you creature! The Komodothrax shot fire at me, and after using enough laser beams, I sent him to his grave. This is epic. I feel like having a victory celebration. After a good fight, I went into the ocean to splash around in excitement and dove under the water. It was a nice swim. While I was swimming, I noticed that a shark was moving towards me. It then swam up and told me something foolish.
You look like a funny fish.
Oh, do I? Well, let me teach you a lesson. I immediately killed the dumb shark who was making fun of me and headed out of the water to continue exploring. From days 75 through 77, I came across another lab, similar to the one I saw from before. Let's see what's over here.
Oh, it's you again. I knew I recognized those large steps.
I wonder why I shouldn't kill you yet.
For one, I'm giving you valuable information. I tried to save your life, you know.
True. So what you got for me?
The government is rebuilding that Mecha-Godzilla you defeated. This time, it'll be a lot stronger.
And where do you find this so-called mech?
I'm not exactly sure, but it's probably the highest secured military base.
Thanks for the info, nerd. I'm out. When I got back home again, I realized that my wall was way too short now. Look, I can jump over it. I mined a bunch more stone and built up on the wall to make it much taller. There, much better. I also built up Ark's house to be bigger for him, and Ark helped me out. What do you think, dude? Awesome. On days 78 and 79, Ark and I went out exploring together. We came across a Ravager who needed help. Out of my way, little guy. I was going to ignore it, but Ark took pity on the thing. Okay, let's go check it out. Where's the outpost? We arrived at the Pillager outpost and immediately started destroying everything. This never gets old. Once everything was destroyed, Ark set the mom free and she ran off to find her child. But there was another cage in there as well, with a strange caterpillar inside. Mothra, you survived! I would recognize you anywhere. Ark and I grabbed baby Mothra out of her cage and brought her home with us. The whole team is back together again. On days 80 through 82, I decided it was time to build a home for Mothra, as well as a giant bed for her to sleep in. Now you're back home safe and sound.
Thank you, Bronzo.
Of course. I'm gonna go looking for some food for you too. I went out searching for food and ran into an end bear. Huh? Oh hey, why are you attacking me? I was forced to fight it, but I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was funny that this end bear thought it could take on a full-sized Godzilla. Take some fire, you bear! They shot some particles into the air as they flew to attack me. Even though I admired its courage, I still killed the beast. And luckily, it dropped some mutton. Sorry about that, weird bear. Thanks for the meat. I headed back home, and when I got there, Mothra was already a moth and no longer a larva. Whoa, when did that happen? I gave her the food I had gathered, but I needed some more to help her grow to her full size, so I headed out to find a village to pillage. On days 83 and 84, I found a village with a bunch of cows. Perfect, just what I need. Before I could start harvesting the meat, a villager appeared.
Wait, please don't kill our cows. We need them for milk and meat.
I don't know. I need this meat to feed a giant moth creature.
Yeah, that does sound pretty important.
I tell you what, how about you let me take the cows and I don't destroy your whole village?
I guess that's a good deal.
Great. I killed all the cows and took their meat. I started to walk away, but then I started to reconsider. Maybe I should destroy the village anyway. Nah, I decided not to, since I had to go back to Mothra. I got back to the base and gave all the meat to her. There you go, eat up. Bone apple tea. She ate up all the meat and grew to her full size.
Hooray! Thank you!
From days 85 to 86, I started getting really hungry myself. I'm craving something new. Let's see what looks good around here. I spotted some Batras up ahead. It was a weird-looking monster who shot fire particles in the air. Just what I need. It started bombarding me, so I used my laser ability to take it down. This king deserves a feast. Once I killed all the Batras, I ate their meat, but I was still not satisfied. Now that I was bigger, I needed more food to fuel my energy. Luckily, I spotted a group of villagers nearby, cooking some delicious meat by a campfire. So I made my way towards them and began to attack. Care to share some of your food? Or don't, you're gonna die anyway. I killed the villagers and ate their dinner. And now that I had so much energy, I felt like causing the biggest destruction yet. I need a bigger place this time. I headed out to look for a giant city, enough to create the biggest chaos this world has ever seen. On days 87 and 89, I arrived at the perfect city where I could destroy everything. And this one had the biggest buildings I had ever seen. It's go time. I blasted my flames everywhere, and several soldiers appeared and started shooting. This time, their army was even stronger, and there were a lot more people fighting against me. You may outnumber me, but you will never defeat me.
You won't win this battle. We're working on something great to destroy you.
I then obliterated him and continued knocking several of them down until I finally felt satisfied with everything I had done and decided to leave. As I was leaving, I noticed the soldier had dropped a book, so I picked it up and it said Project BMG 90% complete, 37.2431 degrees north, 115.7930 degrees west. Nice, I got what I need. See you later, dummies. As I was leaving, the general showed up with a grenade launcher and shot a huge nitrogen bomb at me.
Take this, you beast!
Haha, you fool, nothing can hurt me. The bomb didn't do any damage to me since I was so powerful, so I just walked away, laughing from all the chaos.
I'll get you next time.
On days 90 and 91, I realized I needed to follow these coordinates as they led to their latest creation. Alright, I need to find out whatever this BMG creature is all about. Let's see. Before I could follow the coordinates, I needed to do some last-minute preparations so I could properly battle against them. I'm gonna test out my new weapons and make sure I'm completely ready. I went looking for a ginormous opponent, one that I could unleash all of my powers on. As I traveled, I came across a lava behemoth that immediately started attacking me. This guy is perfect. Hello, Mr. Beetle. I tested out all of my abilities on them. Wow, how about some more fire, eh? After I hit them a few more times with my arsenal of weapons, I finally killed the beast. All right, I'm ready. Let's find that BMG. I finally felt confident enough to take down my final enemy. For days 92 and 93, I started wondering about how Ark was doing. I got moving and then noticed a village. I decided I didn't want to spend any more of my energy destroying them. I'll spare your life for now, villagers. I left the villagers at peace and continued exploring. And once I reached the ocean, I noticed a pretty island just up ahead. I wonder what could be on that island. I should check it out. I started heading towards the island, and on the way, I found some ichnormies, some large fish lurking in the water, and they started swimming around. They were vicious, so I had to fight back. I used my laser to crush them, and once I killed all of them, I continued wandering through the waters. Once I finally reached the ice island, I felt a huge splash nearby, and then saw a lunar storm in the ocean, protecting the island. Oh, hi there, Mr. Whale. Is this your island? I see. Why is that? Those stupid humans! All they do is cause destruction. I told the whale that I was already working on destroying humanity, and the whale felt very pleased to know that there was someone trying to help them out. He then handed me a Frostbringer, so I thanked him and took it with me to continue on my mission. Thank you. Your island will remain at peace. I won't let you down. On days 94 and 95, I decided to head home one last time before the end. I wonder what Ark is up to. As I made my way back home, I ran into Steve again, and he was super heartbroken about me killing King Kong.
You killed my monkey, and me right here and now. I got nothing, and no one.
Okay, do it! As I was about to use my atomic fire, I stopped myself from doing it. On second thought, I want to be your new guardian.
Wait, why? Don't you hate humanity?
Silly Steve, you're not human. You're a video game character.
Oh, what? What are you talking about?
Nothing. Come on, let's go before some other monster comes and kills you. I heard some noises approach me, and then saw some monsters coming to kill us. Ooh, too late. We got visitors.
What do I do?
Prepare for battle. Together, Steve and I battled against the Oilers, and they even spawned some wither skeletons that came to attack us.
I'll take down these skeletons.
We continued going against the oil rust, who also summoned a bunch of spikes from the ground that caused blindness. But together, we put up a good fight. Yes, Steve, that was awesome. Eventually, we won the fight against the oil rust and left to go to my base. For days 96 through 97, we continued back towards the base, and I paused for a second to ask Steve an important question. Steve, do you know anything about the military?
Oh, yeah, I do. I played a lot of Call of Duty. So what do you need to know?
I knew that I wouldn't get anything out of that. And then I saw more monsters heading our way. Yeah, I think I'm good for now. Heads up, more freaks up ahead.
We got this.
We both saw a two-bit in the distance, and I knew that this time we should avoid them, as it was pretty dangerous. You know, Steve, I say we sit back on this one. Let's just go the other way.
No, I'm tired of being useless.
Steve then charged at the beasts, so I had to help him out, and followed him there. Fine, give it all you got. Together we defeated all the two-bit, and Steve was very proud of himself. And I honestly felt that way as I witnessed his greatest potential. All right, Steve, let's get out of here.
Wait, you asked me about the military. I did have some information.
What is it?
The general's planning on luring the Red Dragon and blowing him up.
Lead me to him. On day 98, I traveled with Steve towards the general's trap. What the heck is going on here? I made it into a tundra filled with snow, and in the center was a bunch of blocks of gold.
Looks like it's too late. The dragon is here.
I saw the dragon from a distance as he was admiring all the gold, and I knew something bad was about to go down.
Ah, yes. Look at all this free gold. I love it.
So you're the dragon who's been eating that oversized lizard freak.
I am. And so what? He's a friend of mine. So you must be my enemy. I'm gonna obliterate you in seconds.
Really? We'll see about that.
The general then whipped out some kind of detonation device and started to activate it. Wait, but it was too late. The blocks of gold the dragon was laying on exploded, taking him with it. No! How could you?
I told you there would be consequences for your actions. I'm out of here, loser.
I then let the general get away. He would pay for his crime later. For now, I wanted a moment of silence for the Red Dragon. Come on, Steve. Let's get out of here. For day 99, we finally made it home, and I made sure to tell Steve to enjoy his stay while he was here. Hey, Steve, get comfy and make yourself at home.
Oh, well, don't mind if I do. Nice wall you got here.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, you know what? Let me make you a home. I then made a little house for Steve, and it was the perfect size for him. Hey, Steve, what do you think?
Cool. I'm gonna chill in here.
All right, you do that, I'm gonna talk to Ark. I then found Ark and told him about my final plans. Hey, Ark, I'm going to destroy the Black Mecha Godzilla once and for all. Ark was so excited for me, and then asked if he could join me. I'm sorry, Ark. It's too dangerous out there. This is my battle to take. However, I did have one thing he could do to help me out. You know what? You can help me with this. You should like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment what video you want to see me do next, and hit the bell notification so you never miss another episode. Alright, take care of the base while I'm gone. I'm gonna end this faker. I left Ark so he could guard our home, and then traveled towards the military base. While I was on my way there, I got stopped by a soldier.
Please don't kill me, I beg you.
And why not? You're not special. The soldier told me he had some vital information about Project BMG.
It's unstoppable. I had to run away because it was destroying everything.
Is that so? Well, thanks for the information. I'll see what I should do. Even though the soldier helped me out a bit with his info, I couldn't care less. So I thanked him and killed him anyway. It was day 100, and I finally made it to the highest secured military base that I was able to just jump over. And I was determined to put things to an end once and for all. Hello, my people.
We've rebuilt your worst nightmare. Good luck trying to fight this one.
Bring it on. He then unleashed the Black Mecha Godzilla, and I could recognize him from my dream I had way back.
Did you miss me?
You again.
Now I am stronger, faster, and better than you.
Oh really? We'll see about that. I started fighting against the Black Mecha Godzilla, and he was definitely a tough opponent. Way stronger than last time. Come on, Zilla. You're weak! The Black Mecha Godzilla shot a bunch of rainbow flames at me as I went in with all my powers, and eventually, I finally defeated him! Yes! Bronzo! Thanks Honkai Impact 3rd for sponsoring this video. Download Honkai Impact 3rd with the link down below today.